Good evening and welcome to another episode of Airgun Reviews and Hunting Channel. This evening I want to talk about different types of air guns that are on the market. You have PCP, CO2, pumpers, brake barrels, underlevers. You have spring piston and nitro piston. Well, tonight I want to focus on spring piston, $100 and less. Granted, there are more expensive spring air guns and underlevers out there, but I want to focus on the $100 and less price range. And I have two of my very favorite brake barrels. They're called youth brake barrels. They're 10-pound cocking effort, and the two that I'm referring to is the Hatsan Alpha Youth in synthetic. They also make Muddy Girl and Harvest Moon, the Muddy Girl being for, as the name says, for young girls and young women. And Harvest Moon is kind of like a camel job, and of course the black synthetic stock. Now all these Alpha brake barrels can be had for $69 and less. Now if you go on to, I'll leave a link, they have $69 and less, $69 being the more expensive ones, the Harvest Moon and the Muddy Girl, and $59 is for the black synthetic stock. And on Hatsan's website, you can actually get it in refurb deals from $29 for the synthetic, or $32 being the highest on the Harvest Moon and Muddy Girl models. I think these guns, are underrated. They're very accurate guns. Couldn't believe how accurate these, Alpha Youth guns are. I have one, and this is one of the guns that I shoot in my basement, in my range, and I shoot it also out a window to protect my bird house from the sparrows. And this is the gun that I use to knock those sparrows and starlings off their perch on my birdhouse. So I know it's accurate, but in any event, just want to read you some information about this particular gun before I show it to you. It's a .177 caliber. I cronied a pellet that this gun likes, which happens to be, I discovered it the other day, these Crossmans wad cutters. Crossman wad cutters. There. The actual weight is 6.8 grams. Cronied at 554. That's what my chronograph reads. And in my range, they're quite accurate. Now, the pellet that I have been using was a JSB 7.33 dome pellet. Now, is it accurate out to 20 yards and beyond the wad cutters? That remains to be seen. But in any event, I'm going to show you some of the groups. I'll do like a 10-shot group for you in my indoor range downstairs, just to show you how accurate this little Turkish-made gun is. Now, I'm going to do also a comparison on another target and measure the groups for you, and that would be the Visico B12. That's exactly $100 shipped. Nice gun as well. Made in China. Accurate as all get out. Chinese can build some nice break barrels when they put their minds to it. Now, I realize that all manufacturers have their issues when it comes to air guns. It's just like any car you buy out there, be it a Chevy, Ford, Toyota, doesn't matter where the car is made at. There's always going to be a lemon in the bunch. So with that being said, I just happened to luck out and get two very accurate break barrels that are $100 and less. And they're a whole lot of fun to shoot. When I say that. Very light. And my son, who's 5 years old, my youngest son is 5 years old, loves to see what his dad is doing. And I can tell already that he's going to be the type of kid that's going to want to go downstairs or outdoors and shoot guns, air guns. He's just that type of kid. But in any event, this gun will be for him to start off with. And it's good for young people and old alike. Look at me, still a kid at heart, still shooting these break barrels. The least expensive ones that, cock real easy. They're just fun to shoot. Accurate. Does the jobs on the starlings and sparrows that are, that happen to land on my birdhouse. But let's start off by showing you the gun. This gun right here. Comes with sights, front and rear sights, very adjustable. They got the glow on there, true glow rear sights. The scope, 3.9 by 40 Optima. Optima is being handled by Hatsan. Hatsan carries this line of scope. Not a bad scope. 3.9 by 40 AO. When I first got the gun, I wasn't too impressed with the trigger. So, me being who I am, got inside there, took the gun apart, took the spring out, cleaned all the bad grease, re-lubed the spring with some mainspring grease from one of my other brake barrels that I have, that I put the Jim McCarry spring kit in. But I modified the trigger so it is a very nice trigger. As a matter of fact, I did not buy this, now that I remember, I did not buy this Hatsan Alpha U. It was part of a promotional deal when I purchased can't remember if it was the BT65 Elite or was it the Hatsan AT44 Long, but they threw in this Alpha U gun as a throw-in, a free gift. So I would never would have bought this gun if it wasn't for that, but since they threw it in and they threw in a scope with either the BT65 or the AT44, I didn't care for the scope, but I figured, you know what, I'll mount this on this Alpha Youth, which I did, and it's been on there ever since. It's been withstanding what little recoil that the gun has, but it's actually been a pretty good gun. But let's take it over here to where I weigh my guns. Right up here, folks. Turn this baby on. And see what the gun weighs with the scope, just so you get an idea what I'm looking at. Six point 6.64 pounds. That's what this gun weighs. Now we're going to test the trigger out. As you can see, 554 feet per second is what this gun FPS with a 6.8 grain wad cutter. Now we're going to try the trigger pull test. "13 ounces, 13.9 ounces. That's what the trigger pull is. Cock it again. "9.6 ounces. Average of 8.1 ounce. I don't like shooting it without a pellet because it ruins the breech seal, so I won't do that again. But you get the idea. It's light. I can bang on it and it won't go off. So let me put this up. Gauge. Now the target I'm going to be shooting at is this one right here. We'll shoot that one. I'll probably zero up here, but then ultimately I'm going to shoot there 10 shots and then we'll measure it. 17 yards. Back there where the chair is at, I got to drag the table with the gun all the way back there and we'll get started. Okay. 5 shots. $17 yards. Bench rest. 0.56. This Philippine Centavo covers most of it, which is close, but a dime. That's it. Dime size group. Yeah. Not bad. And that is the Hatsan Alpha Youth, the 177. Pick one up. You'd be surprised. They're very accurate. The next one I'll be doing is the Visico B12 177 from Flying Dragon Air Guns. That was $100 shipped. We'll be doing a review on that one. And compare the groups from this Alpha Youth against the B12. That'll be the next video. Until then, see you on the next episode.